If you're a photographer, videographer, or any type of creative, you're gonna wanna have a website to show your work. But what do you want to put on that site to make it look better and to also have your work shown? Let's get into it. So regardless of what type of creative you are, this is probably the most obvious one, but you're going to want to show your best work. So having your best work is going to make sure that people see your style, what you like doing, and what your best work is, and what stuff you've done that really showcases your true talent or true skill in terms of like editing or composition or whatever it may be. So having your best work on there and display is where it's very easy to find is very beneficial to you. Now, as I mentioned in other videos and even this video, having a photography site means that you're gonna also want to have like a style, a look. That's something that you have to really convey to your site. So making sure you have a really clear theme. So let's say you're doing more vintagey stuff or you have a vintage style. You're gonna want to have certain ways to show style come through, so fonts or like textures or different ways to make it very differentiable. Having a very clear theme is very important because it'll really add to your brand identity and how people even feel when they come to your site. Now, another obvious one that you're going to want to include, but again, I'm going to say it, but this is very, very important. You're going to want to have a contact page, and regardless if it's email or it's through Instagram or whatever it may be, you're going to want to have a contact page to have people be able to inquire to you, because some people don't use social media. Some people just like using websites and they find your website randomly. So having a contact page is really important because they'll be able to get in contact to book you or inquire about a price. Cool thing about having a site with that is you can have even a form to make it much easier, and it can even automate your doing, so people will just fill it out. It's going to make it easier for you to get projects and bookings, but also you're just going to have a lot more people I want to contact you. So, you know, they might see other parts of your site and that might be more beneficial to you too, because they might explore a little bit and they'll be like, oh, this is cool, I want him to do this instead as well, or on top of that, and you can increase your price based on that too. Now, another thing that some people overlook is an about page. An about page is something that kind of helps people associate with you. So if you have a story or how you became a creative or whatever it may be, an about page is really important because that is how people relate to you. Even looking at my videos, or if you're looking at some kind of other video that you really like or have a mood or you're gonna like, think about the music that you listen to. The music you listen to, you're listening to it because you like the artist, you like what they do, their sound, their style, everything. An about page will help describe your company, yourself even. More people will be drawn into that. Now, there's something I've actually personally done recently, and I feel like it's really helped me, one with like my own thoughts, but also just having people potentially visit my site too, is you want to create a blog. A blog is really important because you get your thoughts out there and it has people come in a lot more. People are going to want to find information all the time. They're not always going to want videos. Having a blog where people can read, they can list of points going down, finding out what they want to find out, even table contents that shows it where they can just click and they go right there. That's very beneficial to someone because they save a lot of time and they can have that to refer back to instead of having to find a specific spot in a video or something like that. So having a blog is really good. And the coolest part is having a blog will also let you get SEO there. You can link to other things, you can to yourself, a bunch of different things, and that really improves your site's likelihood to be shown or to be referred to. Having a blog is very beneficial to your site because you'll have tons of activity coming back and forth there. Another thing I've also recently only put, but having your clients' logos. So obviously you might be doing events and stuff like that, and having events is really cool and you should really show that on your site, especially if you're an event photographer. If you're shooting for a brand, or if you are for people that are very notable, like let's say you're doing it for a celebrity, or if you're doing it for a brand that you really enjoy or that has hired you, having that somewhere on your site will mean that people have some ability, because like if there's a name there, they might even find that company and be like, did this person do this for you or something like that, or it might be on their site already. So having that there, so having a client list or your clients there is beneficial to them, the potential client, because they'll see it and be like, okay, they were there and they did this thing for this brand, this celebrity, or this person, whatever it is. They'll be like, okay, I can trust them because they've already had tons of social proof. Because at the end of the day, a lot of this is social proof, and the more shoots, the more things you do, the more likely someone is to be like, I can trust them. The other thing is also for yourself, it's very validating because you're like, I've done all this work here, and it shows that you're very trustworthy and that you can also do a lot of things, and you have a very versatile style or versatile workflow or something that a lot of these companies, creatives, everything can do with you. Now, this kind of goes along with what I just said about having your clients' logos, is having testimonials. So having reviews or people that have been really satisfied with your service. That's very important because, again, that's social proof. Because social proof is very important. So having social proof means that people are more likely to trust you. Even for me, when I go on a site and I want to buy something like a product, especially if it's electronics, you see people who've already ordered it and they're like, yes, it's really good, or no, it's really bad. That's social proof. And that's why sometimes you choose a product over something else. If you go on certain sites and you want to buy something, especially if it's not like a big retailer like Amazon, then you're gonna see that having reviews there, even if it's 1 or 2 reviews more than something else, it's more likely you're gonna buy that because that's something that has more proof than something else, and that's why you'd want to buy it. Another is to have links to your social media accounts. Having your social media accounts on your site means that people will be able to find your other work, because maybe you won't have all your work on your site, but also you have people be able to connect with you. Your site may not be the best place for people to chat with you, but let's say you link to your Instagram. People can contact you on Instagram and be like, I want you to take this event photo, or I want you to help me with this, or I have this idea for you. There's more ways for people to connect with you, and people more likelihood that you're a real person, because if you're seeing something on one place, sure, they might be real, but at the same time, having someone who doesn't look like a ghost or just like randomly popped out of nowhere, it's more trustworthy. So it shows that you're a real person, you're not some weirdo, different things like that. So link to your social media accounts as soon as possible. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. Make sure you do a lot of these things for your photography site or your creative site, because that's going to really benefit you, and it's going to make sure that people can connect with you and also be more inclined to hire you or do projects with you. So if you got some value out of this video, hit the like button down below and subscribe, because I want you to see some of these other videos that I'm coming out with. There's a lot of cool stuff coming, I'm telling you. And if you have Instagram, TikTok, anything, hit me up on there or connect with me, because I'd love to hear some ideas or interact with some of you. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, got some value out of it. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye.